right, we're going to talk about how to use the contraction and expansion settings in the first light beacon right down here. When you turn them all on, this is what you're going to see. I'm using the daily zone right now, and I'm on 30-minute candles. Okay, so if you like to trade higher time frame or swing or hold, then you could use this time frame right here, or you could just use it for a bias to help you get into trades. But basically, what you want to do is you want to pay attention, and then these buy and sell signals, these are powered by the first light beacon, and they're pretty good when you use them in confluence with the zones. But you want to be paying attention to these boxes right here, right? And these lines. This is the contraction area, and this is the expansion line right there. And basically what you want to do is when you come into a high volume session, say like right here, this is US session, here's 11 a.m. You get a sell signal dumping through this expansion line right there. If you see this right there, it's actually dropping through it. And we're under the daily zone, and this is right after initial balance. So that's a really good trade to take, or start scalping down. But basically what you'd want to do is you'd want to enter that candle that closed, and then you'd want to target the next expansion line down there like that, and that's available. And then there's you a nice 3.87. Obviously this runs way past 6 p.m. so you'd have to close if you're using prop firms, but if you're not, you could hold that trade all the way down, or if you're using like a swing account. And that is the expansion lines. Again, right here is Friday, so we break through the expansion line, we're getting a buy signal at the same time. So that is a very good signal to take a long on. So you could actually take this long. Your stop would go under the zone, and we would push up. Now this works on smaller time frames as well, and the contraction expansions will change over to using smaller time frames, but they're going to be much more accurate on higher time frames. So what is an contraction expansion? I'll just show you real quick, because a lot of people don't understand what actually makes the market move and what the players are looking for that actually push price around to have the volume to do it. Retail traders, we don't have that volume. But anyways, we'll just a quick little rundown on contraction expansion. So you get a contraction area, right, where your price is doing what it's doing, and then it's coming down and it's going like this, and then all of a sudden you get like something like a high or a lower high but a higher low in the same structure, right? So that is a contraction area right here, and then the middle of that comes the expansion line. Now what price is going to do is it's going to do one of two things. It's going to break out up and sweep these highs over here, or it's going to break down and sweep these lows over here. Now what it'll typically do is if they're still building positions and they're not happy, and we're talking about the market makers, the ones that actually move price, aren't happy and they haven't got all their positions filled yet, they're going to keep pushing price up, sweeping these high, and then they're going to push price down here, sweeping this low, and they're going to keep doing that until they're happy, sweeping that high, and then coming down here and sweeping this low, until they finally get what they want. They sweep this high, so people start shorting, and then they bounce off the expansion line and actually let price expand, go into trend phase and push up or down, right? That's what a contraction expansion is right there. It's not that hard to understand it. So if you start to incorporate that into your trading, you will have a better time, because you start to actually understand price. If you look at a much higher time frame, you will see what I just showed you to be true. And even on lower time frames, if you get into seconds, you can look and you'll see those patterns there. But here, watch, it's right here. Look, here's the contraction, right? We went up, we swept the highs, we came down, we swept the lows we made right here, and then we came up, and then we actually retested this expansion line. See, it's right there. There's the retest of it after breaking up again, and then pushed up into a trend phase, right? And these are 30-minute candles, so this is a significant move right here, 100 or 30, 40 points of ES. So if you have any questions, reach out in our Discord and let me know.